Hey guys, JCB here. I would like to discuss with you on my experience with Koa and the 5 Pirates of Mara. It starts off with Koa and Napopo heading to the main island due to a telegram that states the pirates are taking over, and once we get there, we are introduced to the tutorial with all the different mechanics we are able to do. She is versatile with different techniques, along with adding in speed elements that will make us progress through different terrains faster. In addition, she can grab and throw objects to add in puzzle elements later on. Once we have finished the tutorial, we get to learn the truth of what's going on, as we was selected as a candidate to pass all the trials all across the islands for a chance to become a pirate. In terms of preparation, they decided to ruin Krallis, which has caused turmoil with the locals and scaring away tourists off the island. This leads to Koa wanting to help these people and restore the island back to normal. We get started by signing up to the trial, as the first objective is to collect pearls around the island that acts as our currency for this game, and later on it will be used to collect cosmetics, items to improve the city, and upgrades to our ship. This allows us to see the current condition of how the island is, along with seeing how Koa controls in a more open 3D environment. Once completed, we are rewarded with a piece of the map which we will need to give over to Saimi, who will direct us on where to go next, as the main purpose will be to complete the trials from these islands and collect all of the map pieces. We will be using our boat to travel across to these places, as we first learn that the fog blocks most of the map, as we need to get more pieces first before we are able to get through to a new area. The controls are simple and effective to travel across the sea, and we will start to notice other things we can do, such as collecting pearls and avoiding obstacles that will be in our way to our next destination. When we have arrived to the next location, we can start exploring through these stages and finding where the next piece of the map is. These stages are focused on 3D platforming with the purpose of making our way to reach the end goal. It has a fixed camera, and most stages require control in the fully 3D environment to navigate Koa in different directions needed to make further progression. Also, there are no enemies present in these stages, as the threats are done with traps scattered across the area. With only having 3 hearts, we must make use of it to avoid them and find checkpoints that will help recover these if we get hurt along the way. During the stages, we have the opportunity to explore further to recover items that the pirates have hidden in several areas. These items are meant for the main island, as the more we are able to collect, the more items we are able to purchase. It is entirely optional, and I've always enjoyed the collectathon mechanic being treated this way to make us go further beyond if we want extra value out of this game. In addition to this, we have time medals that are also optional once we complete the stage that shows our best time. These are great for replay value purposes that demonstrates our skills on memorizing the level design in order to complete it even faster. This is most useful with the roll and jump technique, as it's our fastest tool in our kit. Sometimes there are certain sections that appear frequently during these stages, such as the running sections, as Koa will enable herself to keep on running that we will need to steer her movement across boost panels and jump over platforms to the very end. These are laid out brilliantly with the camera panned out to know what's ahead of us, along with the alternative pathways we can choose, which may have an extra reward waiting for us, or perhaps lead to a faster time. Other elements that are featured during the stages are the puzzle elements that consist of a certain element that is thrown at us to proceed. These could be demonstrated with carrying certain objects and placing them to a certain position, collecting keys to open a locked door, or slamming down on buttons before we are able to proceed on. These are simple in nature that corresponds with its light-hearted tone throughout the game. The terrain is another strong element to be looked at, as they can dictate the way how these stages can be played. From slippery surfaces to molten lava, we get to adjust our movement to accommodate when these happen. However, my favorite change to the terrain has got to be the underwater stages, when they are provided due to adding the element of being able to breathe forever. It's a nice touch, so we are able to navigate more easily by swimming past the obstacles without needing to feel the fear of drowning. Once we do get to the boss sections, we will be acquainted with a pirate that are friends of Koa, as they will let us know where the piece is, and we will need to complete their final challenge before we are able to receive it. These are done differently in all of the islands, as they make sure to change things up based on the personality of the holder. At other times, things are not planned out as intended, and instead we are solving their problems that can lead into a crazier scenario. Either way, I've always enjoyed the refreshing factor when coming into this, as there was always something new to look forward to. When we have gotten a reward to make further progression with the story, other new optional features are available, such as racing with the other contestants that will give us small maps, and we can use those to explore more islands, which will provide further upgrades to our ship. This enhances our experience when we venture out into the sea by being able to get past the obstacles, gain faster speeds across the sea, and access to new levels that we can use Napopo's help to claim even more treasure from down below. These elements truly make exploration a further blessing the deeper we dive more into it. Lastly, one of my favorite features has to be the interaction with the characters we are able to speak with during the story. It's enjoyable seeing them talk with Koa, as they all have history with her, knowing how much a valuable asset she is to the island, while getting to learn all the other relationships that each of them have amongst each other. As at the end of the day, the Trial of the Pirates is all about having fun, which definitely reflects our experience all the way through. Overall, Koa and the 5 Pirates of Mara is a wonderful adventure by taking us through several islands to explore, while diving in deeper allows us to see the results of everyone being happy in the end. If any of you guys have any experiences with this game, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.